A woman about a grandmother fighting for her granddaughter. My name is Ellen Whitaker. I'm 67 years old. After 8 months working as a volunteer nurse with a medical brigade in rural Maine, I drove back to Tucson, Arizona, just in time for Christmas. The familiar saguaros along the highway and the strings of chili pepper lights felt both comforting and oddly foreign. I had pictured this homecoming for weeks, the smell of pine and cinnamon, my granddaughter's laugh, the warmth of family waiting for me. My daughter-in-law, Jennifer, opened the door before I could ring the bell. "You look great, Ellen," she said, her voice pitched a shade too cheerful. Behind her the house glowed with Christmas lights. The kitchen had been redone, new quartz counters, subway tiles in a color I didn't recognize. Then Lily came running in. She was 14 now, taller than the last time I'd seen her, but with the same lightning-quick smile. I hugged her and felt how thin she'd gotten. The sleeves of her hoodie were frayed at the cuffs, the fabric washed almost white. She smelled like sugar cookies and dish soap. "I missed you, Grandma." "I missed you too, baby girl." Jennifer bustled around the kitchen, stirring something on the stove, chattering about holiday band concerts and neighborhood luminarias. I nodded and smiled, but my eyes kept drifting. New stainless steel fridge, fancy single-serve coffee machine, the faint purple shadows under Lily's eyes. When Jennifer handed me a mug of hot cocoa, I asked if Lily was still playing soccer. Jennifer paused half a beat. "She's been busy. You know, growing up so fast." Lily leaned quietly against me, and I smoothed a strand of hair off her forehead. Something in her face, relief, maybe, or careful holding back, stuck with me as we sat together under the warm kitchen lights, pretending everything was fine. That night I decided to ask about the money. We were sitting by the Christmas tree after tamales and pozole. The lights blinked softly against the picture window that looks out on the desert. Lily curled up next to me under a Pendleton blanket with a mug of cocoa in her hands. Jennifer kept popping in and out, humming along to Bing Crosby, refilling drinks, staying busy the way people do when quiet feels dangerous. I watched Lily smile at each ornament, remembering exactly where she'd placed it last year. I wanted to keep the moment light, but the question had been sitting in my throat since I crossed the threshold. "Lily," I said softly, "did the money I sent every month help with everything you needed?" Her brow creased. "What money?" Jennifer froze in the doorway, half turned away. "The money I sent your mom," I continued. $300 a month since March. Lily looked genuinely confused. "Grandma, Mom said you couldn't spare anything because you were volunteering and living on a fixed income." Jennifer gave a sudden, too loud laugh. "Oh, kids get everything mixed up." She walked over and rested a hand on Lily's shoulder. "Sweetie, why don't you go start your shower?" Lily hesitated, glanced between us, then left. When I looked at Jennifer, the color had drained from her face. "You have no idea how fast bills stack up," she whispered. "Some months are just tighter." I nodded slowly, words stuck. Later, in the quiet guest room, I opened my banking app. 9 transfers stared back at me. $2,700 sent on the same day every month without fail. By morning the house looked almost too perfect. Jennifer had always kept things neat, but this was different, gleaming floors, new curtains that actually matched, a plush area rug I didn't recognize. I noticed a new leather sectional that still smelled like the showroom. At breakfast Lily hunched over her phone, the screen was shattered in a spiderweb pattern. "It still works," she said when she caught me looking. Her sneakers by the door had holes forming at the toes. Jennifer poured my coffee and said brightly, "You must be so proud, she's gotten so independent this year." "She's always been independent," I replied, thinking the money I sent was supposed to make independence less painful. Jennifer's smile flickered. "You know teenagers. Always needing the newest thing." She turned to the sink before I could answer. That afternoon I offered to take Lily for a drive up to Gates Pass to watch the sunset. As we walked out, sunlight flashed off new diamond studs in Jennifer's ears. In the garage sat a gleaming white Jeep Cherokee with temporary plates still in the window. Mom's new car, Lily said quietly, noticing my stare. She said she got an amazing deal. I'm sure she did. We drove past the neighborhood, waving at Mrs. Garcia from next door. She grinned. Your daughter-in-law looked so relaxed after that spa weekend in Scottsdale. Did her a world of good. Heat rushed to my cheeks, but I kept my tone light. She works hard. That night I pulled out a small spiral notebook and wrote. New furniture, diamond earrings, new Jeep, spa weekend, Lily's broken phone, shoes with holes. I underlined the last line twice. The next day I took Lily to EG's for a lemon slash. December in Tucson was mild, the parking lot full of last-minute shoppers. She walked beside me, hands jammed in the pockets of a hoodie too thin for even a desert winter night. I thought maybe we could get you a new jacket today, I offered. She shook her head. It's okay, Grandma. Mom says we have to wait till after Christmas. We sat on a bench by the fountain at La Encantada. She swung her legs and finally said, Did you have a job when you were my age? A little. Paper route, babysitting. She nodded, then almost whispered, I've been working weekends at the bagel place by school. My heart dropped. Since when? Since March. Just Saturdays and Sundays. I wanted to help with school fees and stuff. She stared at her shoes. I sold my iPad too. Mom said we couldn't afford supplies this year. I took her cold hand. And the field trip to the Grand Canyon you missed? She nodded. Mom said it was too expensive, so I told my teacher I had strep. The words landed like punches. You should have told me, baby. I didn't want to worry you. You were helping people up north. Mom said money was really tight for you. I swallowed hard. You are so brave, Lily. That night I looked up the number for her school and made an appointment with the counselor. The next morning I met Mrs. Alvarez, a kind woman with tired eyes. Lily is a wonderful student, she said, but this year has been rough. Grades slipped in the spring. She's been falling asleep in class, turning in partial assignments. She told one teacher she was working weekends. We reached out to Jennifer, who said they had it handled. Walking out, I passed the bulletin board covered with photos from the Grand Canyon trip, Lily's classmates grinning in front of the rim. I stared a long time. By the time I got to my car my hands were shaking on the steering wheel. The proof wasn't just in the bank statements. It was in the exhaustion carved into that child's face. The following morning I drove to my credit union before anyone was awake. I requested printed statements of every transfer for the last 9 months. The teller handed them over in a neat stack, $2,700 in black and white. Back home I spread everything across the kitchen island, bank records, photos of the new Jeep, the diamond earrings on the counter, Lily's cracked phone, her worn-out shoes. That afternoon I called my old friend Diane, retired family law mediator in Phoenix. Diane, I think Jennifer spent every dollar I sent for Lily, on herself. Diane's voice stayed steady. Build your file, Ellen. Dates, transfers, photos. Document everything. Protect Lily first. Before hanging up I opened a new savings account, Ellen Whitaker and Lily Whitaker, joint. When I got home Jennifer was stringing more lights on the tree, humming. Everything okay? She asked. Just fine, I said, sliding the envelope of records into my purse. Christmas Eve the house looked like a magazine. Jennifer had gone all out, fresh pine garlands, new dishes, Michael Bublé on the speakers. Relatives arrived after 6, arms full of tamales and cookies. No one suspected a thing. Lily helped me set the table, moving carefully, watching me for signals. When her shoulder brushed mine I gave her the tiniest nod. Jennifer floated around in a new red sweater, laughter bright and brittle. You're quiet tonight, Ellen, she said while refilling my wine. Just tired from the drive. The folder sat in my purse beneath my chair like a second heart. Dinner conversation flowed, traffic on I-10, cookie recipes, the cold snap coming. Jennifer's sister complimented the kitchen remodel. Jennifer glowed. We needed a fresh start, she said. Worth every penny. I smiled thinly. It certainly looks new. Conversation moved on, but the silence between Jennifer and me grew heavier. When dessert came, Lily leaned close and whispered, "Is Mom mad at me?" I covered her hand with mine. "No, baby. Not at you." Then, in the lull before coffee, I set my fork down. Before dessert, I said calmly, "I want to thank everyone for taking care of Lily while I was gone. I sent $300 a month for her expenses, $700 total. But Lily never saw a cent of it." The room went dead quiet except for the tick of the grandfather clock. Jennifer went white. "That's not, there were bills." "I have the bank records right here," I said, sliding the folder onto the table. "And photos." The money went to a new Jeep, diamond earrings, a spa weekend, while Lily worked weekends and sold her iPad for school supplies. Gasps. Jennifer's brother-in-law looked at his plate. Her sister covered her mouth. Jennifer's hands shook. I was drowning. I thought I could pay it back. "You told a 14-year-old her grandmother was broke," I said quietly, "so you could buy a new car." Lily's voice cracked beside me. "I worked every Saturday so I could buy my own books." Jennifer turned to her. "Lily, not here." "You told me Grandma couldn't help," Lily said, tears spilling. "You said she was struggling." Jennifer buried her face in her hands. I stood and pushed the folder toward her. "The truth is all in there. Tomorrow we fix this, legally if we have to." A firm knock at the door. I answered it myself. A courier in a light jacket handed me a certified envelope. Back at the table, I set it beside the folder. "From Diane," I said. "We'll go over the repayment agreement and custody of Lily's finances in the morning." Jennifer stared, speechless. I sat, poured myself more coffee, and nodded toward the pecan pie. "Tonight," I said, "we finish Christmas Eve dinner." No one argued. Diane arrived the morning of Christmas Day with her worn briefcase and calm voice. Jennifer sat red-eyed at the table. Lily stood in the doorway until I waved her in. "We keep this simple," Diane said. "No court yet. Jennifer will repay every dollar, half from selling the Jeep, half in monthly payments. She will sign a statement admitting misuse of funds and relinquish financial decision-making for Lily until she's 18. Jennifer's hand shook as she signed. Lily looked up at me. "Does this mean I can live with you?" "It means you're safe, baby girl," I said. "That's what matters today." Weeks passed quietly after the agreement. The house felt lighter, as if the signed papers had lifted a weight off the walls. Jennifer made the first payment the day she sold the Jeep. Her texts were short, polite, distant. Lily never asked to visit, and I didn't push. Lily joined the school soccer team again. She came home with muddy cleats and stories about new friends. One Friday she slid her report card across the table, straight A's. "Sleep helps," she grinned. One February evening the porch light burned out. I grabbed a new bulb, Lily followed me outside. The desert night was cold and clear, smelling of creosote and distant wood smoke. As I screwed in the bulb she asked, "You always leave the porch light on?" I thought of her mother, then shook my head. "Not for waiting anymore," I said. "Now it just means we're home. And we're safe." The light came on, steady, warm, spilling down the steps into the dark. Lily slipped her hand into mine. "Can we leave it on tonight?" "We'll leave it on every night," I told her. "Somebody driving by might need to see there's a safe place here." We stood there a long time, the glow reaching across the front yard, past the saguaro ribs and the quiet street. Behind us the house was quiet, but it was full. Finally, it felt like home again. The moral of the story is clear and powerful. Love means protecting the vulnerable, even when it requires confronting the people you once trusted most. Trust can be betrayed, but a child's well-being must always come first. More specifically, money sent with love can be stolen, but a child's childhood cannot be bought back. Silence and keeping the peace at the expense of a child is not peace, it's complicity. Real family is not just blood or marriage, it is the person who chooses, day after day, to put the child's safety and happiness above everything else, even above avoiding conflict or preserving old relationships. Justice for a child is more important than saving an adult's pride. A grandmother's, or any caregiver's, quiet strength, careful evidence gathering, and refusal to look away are sometimes the only things standing between a child and further harm. In the end, the porch light stays on not out of hope that the betrayer will return, but as a promise to the child. You are home. You are safe. Someone will always fight for you.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, it really helps. Watch the full video for more details.